Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SEO plus AI show. My name is Josh Bashinsky. Josh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Bashinsky. As always, I have my host with me, co-host with me, Greg Bressani. Say hi there, Greg.
Hey guys, hey Josh, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent. We also have a special guest here whose name is Errol Lem. Say hi there, Errol.
Hello, good morning, good evening. For me, it's 12 o'clock in the evening in Thailand.
Yes, he's way over in the other side of the world. And we're very happy to have Errol today because later on the show, we're going to be getting to how to build auto pages with AI, some various methods, including how we would build auto pages in Keyword Spy. And when I'm saying auto pages, I'm talking about, and we'll get more into this later, but I'm talking about how you would build anything. You could build topical clusters, you could build silos, you could build PBNs, you could just build money pages, you could build entire sites out automatically through AI. And I love how AI is bringing that kind of black hat. But it doesn't have to be black hat. It can be good pages. You don't have to make crap pages. You can make good pages too, and AI can help you do that and automatically and start making dozens and dozens or hundreds of pages in a very short amount of time. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The oft forgotten the mirage in the desert of SEO of how a lot of people have made a lot of money over the last 20 years. Because remember, I've been doing this since before Google existed. So I've seen every trick, every tactic, every business making way of making money with SEO come up and around. I'm trying to make this bigger. Oh, never mind. I've seen that all come up and around, and yeah, and so people have forgotten that. Oh yeah, I can make auto pages and I can make sites just automatically, and I can make money doing that in various ways by ads, by selling the sites, by PBNs, by selling links on the PBNs, by ranking my own sites, by building out money pages, by making topical clusters and silos to help my authority and push up authority and whatnot, and various other things you can do with it as well. So that's what we're talking about today in the show. If you've never seen the SEO plus AI show before, the general preamble is that we are the best show about SEO and AI. If you're wondering why the pairing with SEO and AI, is because that's the way SEO is going. SEO is all, it's just a job in AI. That's all it is. It's reverse engineering AIs. It's using AIs to create content and rank and get scored in AIs. It's AI all day long, every day. And so if you're not paying attention to AI, you have a you've got an issue that you need to deal with there. There's people are going to start overleaping you by using AI. They're going to get ahead of you. So you're in the right place. You're in the right place. This is the show about SEO plus AI, and we're the right place to be watching what's going on. Just a couple housekeeping details. If you are watching live, good on you. That's probably the best way to watch the show. Or you can watch a recording later on that my producer does up. You can ask any question you want live in the chat. Go ahead and get into the chat and ask any SEO questions you want live. We'll be happy to answer them. Shout out to everybody who's watching live right now. I hope our audios are finally better. As Greg
I
and I
hope
have
so
been,
too.
yeah, I know. As Greg and I have been joking, this is the best show about SEO and AI on YouTube. Not the highest show in YouTube broadcast excellence, maybe, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And also, if you want to make sure you catch the show live, make sure to like and subscribe and click the bell and do all that stuff down there. It's down there somewhere. I don't know. Click the stuff. Do the things and click the stuff. That'll be good. Cheers for that. Thank you very much. In fact, I'll just check quickly. Show and YouTube broadcast excellence, maybe. I'll just check but we're quickly here. Yes. Okay. People are watching. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask them in the chat. All right. So without further ado, let me change the view here. And so, auto pages. Errol's made a presentation about how he likes to do auto pages. Greg also has a presentation, and we're going to talk about how AI can help you build auto pages. So, as I mentioned earlier, what I call auto pages, people call silo building, people call topical clusters, people call microsites. It's had many names over the years. But this is how you would use a computer program back in the day, and now you're using AI to intelligently generate content auto-magically and on the fly. And that's what our tool Keyword Spy does. And that's also a main idea of how you can make money doing SEO that we teach in Underground SEO University, and that people have just been doing for the last 20 years. So without further ado, let's get to it. I think Errol's got a presentation of how he likes to do auto pages, and I think in this particular case it's skewed towards PBNs, I believe. But I'll let Errol take it away. Errol, if you want to give us a bit of your background and how you like to build your pages out and what you like to do. I know part of this is from before Keyword Spy kind of existed, and then now you might be moving into Keyword Spy. And so we're going to give you some actionable tips on how to do auto pages here, folks. Errol, go ahead and take it away. When you want to share the screen, the share screen button's at the very bottom. It's the green button. I've turned on multiple participant screen shares. Go ahead, my friend.
Let's try first to share screen. Okay, hang on. Let me have a look because
Yeah, it's on the very bottom there.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Okay. No, I'm seeing, but I have a lot of screens, so I have to share the right screen, right?
No problem.
So, can you see the screen?
We sure can, yeah.
Yeah. Just something in between. I created with Keyword Spy the content for this is a test site, and it's interesting. Let me see because I don't want this. Can I move this away?
Yeah,
No.
whatever you did didn't affect what we're seeing.
Okay. So what I did was this menu, what you showed in that video last week. So I created
A drop down, a CSS drop down.
yeah,
Menu,
a drop down, and you can see types, personal, business. This is a test site. If it's going to make money, it's going to be great, but it's not really the most important thing. So what I did was, and I really have to put this away. It's a little bit pain in the ass. I cannot show you otherwise. What happened is that this page, what I created with Keyword Spy, I created this in my morning, and it's already indexed.
Oh, great!
That's unbelievable. It's never so fast. And another page here also you can see is created with Keyword Spy, and also indexed.
And this is a new site you're getting them indexed on?
No, the site is I have it a long time, but I decided to use it as a test site.
Yeah,
and
I can recognize the title tag right there. I could see immediately that was created.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now there's a lot of posts in. I did 300 posts with SimWriter, and they are still not indexed. And this is more than a month ago. So that tells me a lot, right? And I didn't do any internal linking. So let's go to the internal linking thing. I have it's in Dutch. I'm sorry. Most of my clients are Dutch and Spanish.
No problem.
And this is about the plumber, of course. Every SEO is doing plumbing, right? So this is an article. I'm not sure if I created this with Keyword Spy. I think I did. If I look to the slug, must be. But what I always do is I use Keyword Spy for the. I start always with the keyword discovery. So
yes.
if I have the, let me have a look. If I go to plumber in Dutch. So what I do is I always export what I get, and then of course I have to filter out what I need and what I don't need, and then when I have created the article and the page, I go inside, and this is called WP Automatic. What this is doing, it's based on the API of what is it, ChatGPT.
Yes.
And I put all the keywords Keyword Spy gives me. I put in here.
Oh, great.
So
yeah, okay, good.
You have it's in Dutch.
Sorry, Errol. Our keyword is going to be far better than ChatGPT's keywords.
Yeah, exactly. So I say make a short title in Dutch from keyword. That's the short code, and then here is the prompt I created, and part is a prompt from you, a big part, and some things I think can be handy. And if you look to the posts, I go to it, you're gonna see. Let me see here. Wait, hang on. You're gonna see the post here.
Yes.
And it's with the bullet points, and here is a link, which goes to that page I created with Keyword Spy. So how I get this,
So we're on bberrydog.com. So this is your PBN here.
this is one of the PBNs I use. Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
if to get this link, this is an internal link. I use for now Link Whisper. So I import all the keywords again in a Excel sheet, and I tell where to link. So every post created with WP Automatic, based on all the keywords, there will always come a link to your main article. So because I think the power with the PBN is not only to create an article and link to your client site or whatever, you also have to make backlinks to that particular article, right? So internal linking is for me a very important thing. After that, I always used Enterprise Publishing, which I think is still a great system, but because of the change in Google, it didn't make sense. And also, I must say, I pay around $1,500 a month for the whole system with my own domains in it. And I'm not sure if you know SEO Autopilot, but they came now with a very new system, which is called SEO Neo. And it's really a great system. And I can show you also about that. So what I'm doing now is you have your high quality articles. And you can make now, this is SEO Neo. So what this is doing is, I can show you.
You need to reshare your screen there, Errol.
Okay, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
How
so
can
I
do
would
that?
cancel sharing, and then I would go share the new window you want to show us, or just show everything on your desktop. Unless you have something naughty on your desktop, don't do that. But
I put everything away.
oh, good, good, all right, good. So just go ahead and share your whole desktop, and that way, whatever you're seeing, we can see too.
Yeah, let me see. Here.
And everyone remember, it's past midnight for Errol, so he's done.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Yeah,
I don't know what
I'm
my
not
excuse is. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, and I'm drinking this. But yeah,
Oh, you should be in here in Thailand. I see every Phalang. I see.
I'd love to visit Thailand one day.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. So you can see probably now.
Yeah, we see cloud blogs, Web 2.0 blogs,
Yeah,
links.
exactly.
Yeah.
The good thing with SEO Neo is it creates cloud sites, and which is pretty good. So if you look to
So
it,
what are cloud sites?
cloud sites are well, you know Amazon, right? Amazon
course.
S3.
Yes.
You know Azure. You know Google Cloud.
Yes. Oh, I
So
see.
you-
So these are sites built. I can tell by the URL. If you go back there, I can tell
Yeah.
by the URL what it is.
Yeah, here you
it's
can see.
sites that are on somewhere on their cloud.
Yeah,
S3.amazon.whatever.yoursite.com,
exactly.
Azure,
It's
Google
with
Cloud, all these different things. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can create a variety of different kind of posts, social bookmarks, etc. But because of the cloud sites, but for me, it's something what can work because of the juice, and
Yeah, the brand domain name does have a lot of authority.
Yeah.
There's another there's things that we call reference rank in Underground University. It has a lot of that as well. Has a lot of entity vector. Another thing we talk about in Underground University has a lot of that as well. None of those words are going to mean anything to anybody unless you join Underground University. But there's far more algorithms at play than just quote unquote authority.
Correct. That's correct. So I decided to move over from enterprise publishing to this. So I'm very busy now in creating all the categories because, yeah, I do a lot of different kind of niches, right? I do from hotels in Cancun to plumbers in Amsterdam. You know, it's a variety, and
Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing about SEO is that quite often some SEOs will specialize in only plumbing sites, which makes sense
Yeah.
in a way based on what I'm about to say. Is that quite often for most SEOs though we're flown in, we're parachuted in to rank any kind of page, all the way from escorts to casino to plumbers to stuff.
I do escorts. Escorts. I'm busy now also with it. It's unbelievable.
I know there's been lots have contacted me as well. And it's just, quite often stuff we know absolutely nothing about. We're definitely not subject matter experts to write about it. And that's another place where AI really comes in handy, especially Keyword Spy, because it writes it like an expert, as if it's an expert in those areas. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I just have to say, loodgitters, is that what plumbers is in Dutch?
Yeah. Loodgieters. You say loodgieters. I know. For English, we have a very difficult language for English.
Yeah. I'm
You
sorry.
get pain in your throat.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to be so annoying to you. But it's lewd getters. Just so I'm like, what is lewd poo? And getters is they're getting the poo for you? Like, sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
A silly, childish joke. But again, I'm drinking at 10 in the morning.
Yeah. It's okay. You're forgiven.
Excellent.
So the good thing with SEO Neo is also you have the content buckets, and what I like now is they have pretty good prompts, so you can create based on the API from OpenAI. You can create content, and the content is not bad at all. So now I'm preparing a lot of categories, but you have to warm up the Web 2.0s. This is something that's special for this system. But after that, what you can think about is you can create a couple of posts with keyword spy content, right? Same with the cloud side. And that's what I gonna do. But right now, and if I go back,
our keywords in our writing will be superior, as you showed with the indexing, because of the way we remodel the 6 Google AIs, the rank brain, the BERT, the neural matching, the helpful transformer, the review transformer, knowledge graph, and maybe even vision AI, maybe 7 AIs. It's hard to separate knowledge graph from vision AI out in testing. That's why ours will index better, it'll rank better, and you can use ours with other systems. We're going to build a lot of this into Keyword Spy as well, how to make auto pages, which Greg is going to show where we're at with that currently. But please keep going, Errol.
Yeah, this is... So for now, because this is gonna take me to edit this right in the right way, this is gonna take for me 1 hour maximum. Mm-hmm. So I cannot do this for the PBNs, right? You do it only one time. Yeah. So Greg was talking about the spray and pray, right?
Yes.
As I'm very curious how this gonna be. So if people have questions, I'm still here and. Because I think I showed what I'm doing, right? I do a lot with the reports. If I'm in doubt with something, you can see I do a lot, and it goes to the. One thing, Craig, can you make something here so I can put in 500 or something? Because then I can scroll till it's because if you have 500 reports, that's.
To expand the pagination, you mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, 30 or.
And it's the same with keyword discovery. I'm using it a lot. It's so powerful. It's unbelievable. And I did some tests with Ahrefs. I still have a group spy, right? And,
yes.
And you really can see they are. I don't know. It's confusing. If you look to what they give you and if you look what you get here, it's that's it.
For people who don't know keyword discovery, we use an AI to intelligently determine the most lucrative keywords, the low-hanging fruit that will make you the most money, and we multiply that, we times that in a proprietary score against the difficulty of what it is to rank for them. You can see the keyword difficulty there populating on the right-hand side. So that way you can do a final ROI calculation and you can tell how hard it would be to rank for these things. This is saying 16% difficulty is saying, and you've also selected AI content, so that's also modifying it, which is good. You could get on page 3 for this without very much effort at all.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then you just build it up from there. Again, using the kind of, you can see the kind of backlinks your competitors have here. Some are very low, so yeah, it'd be really easy to rank for this keyword using our system. And that's Mazatlan Hotel, which is interesting.
But if you build up, for example, a PBN or what I showed you with SEO Neo, with all the blocks, you can use the whole list. You put 100 keywords in SEO Neo, and you tell them, okay, make the pages, and then you can start posting on new blogs. So you create some kind of authority, right? And then you can go for the real thing. And this is uh, this is great, really great for to use. I use it every day, every day.
That's good
It's
because choosing the right keywords to begin with is
yeah,
75% of the battle, right?
yeah, that's
A lot
true.
of SEOs fail because they go for the hardest keywords to start off with, and they're competing against competitors who've been doing this for years, and have spent
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands of dollars on their link profile and on their site, and they think, oh yeah, I'll just beat them in 5 months. It's I'm here to tell you, you got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than that. You got to go. This SEO is 25 years in the making now. This is a robust industry with some serious competitors with long teeth. But don't let that scare you. Don't let that fool you in thinking that you can just outrank them in 3 weeks. But don't let that scare you either. You can outrank them, but you need to be smarter in the keyword choices you make, in what niches you go for to begin with. And this keyword discovery is our pride, is our pride and joy of one of our pride and joys of the tool, of how useful that is. I made a video a year ago or so about how to do this method for free, and I got like 40,000 or 50,000 views on YouTube or something like that. But this is the AI doing that work for you, and does it for you in minutes as compared to hours of work. So this has all my wisdom built into the AI behind the scenes. So it's quite fantastic. And if you click on keyword difficulty again there, one of the bars, Errol, if you don't mind, you also notice it's looking at traffic as well. It's looking at things that whether the EMQ is in the page, the title, the URL, what the page focus is, the site focus is.
yeah,
There's no other keyword difficulty competitive research tools that do that in that
yeah.
exact way. So
It's a complete system.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So
I
I'm
agree
super happy to
totally.
see you using that, and I give you major kudos for that. Was there anything else that you wanted to show us? So basically, when you're building these out, you want to do the keyword research in Keyword Spy. You want to write a seed article in Keyword Spy, maybe, or at least get the seed keywords in Keyword Spy. You want to find your niches you want to rank for to begin with before all of that. And then you want to take that and you might want to, right now, the way you're doing it, build it out in some other system using our keywords because they're superior. And then when you're making the PBNs, you also have to make sure that the PBNs are a real site. They need to look
Yeah,
like a real, genuine site. In fact,
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
shouldn't. I shouldn't even say make them look like a real, genuine site. I should say they have to be a real site. Like they have to
yeah,
really
yeah,
provide some level of value.
yeah.
Otherwise, you have really trouble getting them indexed and keeping indexed, and having trouble getting Google trust the authority of the links and trust the authority of the recommendations. And they need to have internal links as well. Every backlink page needs its own backlink, so to speak, whether they're internal or external. That's how PageRank flows and how authority flows. I'm not speaking out of turn. This has been known for over 20 years. So that's interesting how that you build those systems out like that. It's definitely not the only way to do external linking. In Underground S University, we might have other ways that we do it, but there's nothing wrong with doing it that way too. And if it's working for Errol, hey, it's fine by me. And I'm glad you're using our system to do that.
Yeah.
Greg, did you want to show? We have some we have some tools in Keyword Spy that we're building, which are going to kind of replicate a lot of what Errol is doing. We call it spray and pray because really it's about making spray and pray quick pages typically. So, Greg, if you want to share your screen and show that how we're starting to replicate those processes in Keyword Spy, let's check that out.
All right. So what I've been experimenting with this new feature that we have, let me get to keyword discovery. So I look at like this list, at least the top ones being like money pages.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to go with that premise and say I wanted to create a money page on best treatment for hair loss in women, I would go ahead and do our slow method of fully testing and getting the best keywords. So I would do that. From there, which I have done actually, and it was here. Basically, what I did was, let's just take this keyword here, and I'll show you the new method. Oh, never mind. Didn't work.
Yeah, you copied the URL by accident.
Yeah.
It's because you're using a Mac. That's why.
Yeah, Max.
Damn, Mac. I could tell by the sound of the click. It's a Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this auto generate article after report is the new feature that I'm talking about that can help you on creating money pages, and one at a time, but just basically allowing you to, sit and wait for the report and then the article to be done, as opposed to waiting for the report to be done, going to editor and clicking the green button. So it just saves a step, lets you do these money pages, let the reports finish, let the articles finish, and go off and do some other work that you need to do. But I think in terms of the conversation today and maybe solving Errol's issue with Keyword Spy, and instead of using Neo, could use Keyword Spy for his PBN, would be basically back to my example here of the money page going into AI Spy, building out topical clusters for this main page. So just as an example, this is the way I've been doing it. But now we can take these topical cluster pages, and I look at best treatment for hair loss in women, medications. So I may select the first one there. The next in the hierarchy is topical treatments. So I'll go down and do topical treatments, laser therapy, hair transplant surgery, and so on and so forth. So I may build out, say, 5 pages, 6 pages of from this topical cluster. You could do more, but I just wanted to cover at least one from each, main subcategory.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we have this feature called, you can just run the report, but also run the report and the article. So, and you can do now up to 10 of these, which I did for this demo and these examples. You can see
that's why all those are there.
that's why all these are here, and we'll be expanding this column so you can see the entire EMQ. So
Yeah.
Well, you're on a laptop, so your view is always going to be a little restricted. But
correct, it is shrunk, but this definitely needs to be increased. But nevertheless,
I agree.
You see all these spray and praise on the right.
yeah,
This was the topical clusters that I'm referring to, and these basically the reports were generated, and then the articles were created, in say 5, 6, 7 minutes, like very quickly compared to our extensive report. But nonetheless, very the keywords, you're not losing too much value from doing spray and pray and going the quick method, especially if you're just doing PBN sites or some of these cloud sites, for instance, right, Josh? I mean, you can expand on that, but that's the way I'm looking at this.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what spray and pray is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a quick generation, and then you see how well it ranks. And some of them will rank very well. Then you see which ones are ranking well, and then you decide to build it up. It's not like they don't have a big honking content score there in both of the dials, and so all you gotta do is build them out and then work from there.
Yeah, so I would go in those 5 or 6 pages that I want, take the content from here, put it into WordPress or any other platform that you're using, and I believe it's good to go. I mean, maybe you want to improve some of the AI predictability numbers. That's at least what I'm seeing is potentially what needs to be done. But in terms of the Google semantic scores, they're always, over competition. Heat score I didn't even run, but that typically is always higher than the competition. Just from the first go of the AI article, since we do such a good job with it, I think it's really just the AI predictability. And Errol, you can maybe even elaborate on that if if you're using the improve button to get your numbers down, specifically that example you gave, which indexed, within 24 hours, I feel like that's something that you
In
just don't want to
in
overwhelm the site with, too much AI
it's
content, and Google will be like,
yeah,
hello,
it's in
red
s-
flag,
it's was in 6 hours.
6 hours.
No,
So
no joke, no joke. Unbelievable.
how much did you
But
how much did you edit of the
yeah,
uh,
I edit. I have to edit. I have to make the H2s, the threes, the fours. I check, of course. There is sometimes there is too much content in, so you have to strip it down with the improve. If I think I need some more, I use the optimize, and but I always edit because you know, I guess that's the best way to.
oh, absolutely. I was just curious if you just
No,
took it, formatted
I
it a
never
little.
know. I never do it like this. I always edit it. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
in your
for your money
opinion,
pages, definitely that's what's recommended. Again,
Yeah.
spray and pray is spray and pray. You do it fast. You make dozens or hundreds of pages at a time, and you try to index them and see. You can drip feed index them too if you want, and see how well that goes. If you have an authority site, or if you have half decent content, some of it will get indexed, especially if you chose good keywords to begin with. Again, choosing the right keywords to begin with is 75% of the battle. If you try to spray and pray on something Google already has a lot of answers on and a lot of competition on, then you're not going to get anywhere. You need to spray and pray on stuff like what Greg did on longer tailed keywords that there's not a lot of competition and they don't have a lot of good answers, and then they will be more lenient in letting more stuff in.
Mm. So I can try, and I'm gonna try. You leave it like it is. It's just copy paste in your wherever. This is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, you would copy, you would click that one button right out of topical clusters in AI Spy, as you mentioned, and that would generate all the articles for you. It would run the
Yeah,
reports
yeah,
and
yeah,
generate the articles. Then after the articles are generated, you would copy and paste for now. We want to build in the future. We just want to find out what our users would like the most. And guys watching live, if you want to put in the chat which one you like most, or if you want to put in the description in a comment later on when you're watching the produce show later on, for your keyword spy usage, what would be more useful to have a WordPress plugin so that pages you build in keyword spy just get automatically uploaded to your WordPress? Do you want to just have a button to copy it out as an HTML structure? What CMS are you guys using? I presume it's all WordPress, but what would be useful to build it out that might get it into, I don't know, Joomla or Wix or whatever you guys are using. Let us know what you want us to plug it into, and we'll can plug it into that system, and you can just press the button and kind of go. And in the future, what we want to do is we want to have an AI doing all this for you. So it's like, okay, I think I'm making money. I was thinking about making money. What niches are making money? Well, right now these niches are making money. Hair loss, this, that. Okay, I want to try to make money in the hair loss niches. Build me a site. Click OK, and then it does it. Then days later, you have a site already
Yeah, yeah.
on hair loss, and the AI just did it in the background for you. And then you're just building out whole new sites and whole new niches that you can think you can make money on, or you could use PBNs on, or you can sell the sites later on. You can make ad money on. The world's your oyster at that point, and that's the kind of the dream we have and kind of the direction that we're going. But by the time we get to that level of functionality, the tool will be quite
Exactly.
expensive per month. So
Yeah,
because that
yeah,
takes
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
engineering, and that does a lot of amazing things for you. So again, you could try Keyword Spy for free right now for 2 weeks, no credit card needed. Go to trykeywordspy.com, and the price is still low. It's still a low 244 per month, kind of a grandfathered price if you will. If you want to, some people are smiling right now because they got in on the 144 grandfather price and they're quite happy with themselves. But we're past the 100 user mark, and we're past that. But the 244 per month is still quite low, given where the system's going to go and the kind of money it can make you in the future and how well the system works. So I would highly consider trying to sign on. But that's enough of the hard sale for me.
Yeah, I just want to recap the thing I'm demoing, and the way I did it is definitely up to you on how you do it. But the new feature is auto generating an article for any report, individual report, as well as, taking any 10 keywords that you want to build. We do make you do spray and pray for the bulk, if you will, feature, just because of the tax on the system that, doing it anything other than spray and pray has. So
yeah, because we're actually building out AI models for you. So
correct.
Maybe when we get more users in the future, maybe we can ramp that up. But building models is very, very expensive and highly intensive. But that's why we get such good results. That's why the pages rank so well, and that's why they index so quickly. So I would use the most accurate text testing for your more important money pages. But the supporting pages, I would do all spray and pray and build them out. And if Google starts to like, there's no reason, if you build out a page for whatever reason, a topical cluster, a PBN, an auto page, a silo, a spray and pray, whatever you're doing, so one of these pages you did with spray and pray and keyword spy, Google likes ranking it for some reason. Suddenly you get spot 5 or spot 6 or spot 4 or something. Well, then, yeah, by all means, run a full report. Just touch up the keywords a little bit. That might change from the full report. And work on the numbers a little bit to get it a little bit better, and squeeze a few more spots out of it, and then SEO is normal to get number 1. By all means, you can do that. But the spray and pray is kind of like a good litmus test. People have been doing this for 25 years. The spray and pray is a very good litmus test to see what will even rank well to begin with. It's another form of niche discovery. It's like, oh, wow, look, for some reason, the Google gods liked this page I was doing, and I did it with spray and pray to begin with. So for some reason they like that. Okay, great. Well, then I could even pivot and change from this one site that Google seems to hate for some reason, because who knows what I did. I did something, or maybe the competitors have like traffic or links or reference rank or entity vector or some other, or knowledge graph keywords, some other signals that you can't see and no other tool is telling you about. And there's a reason why you can't beat them that you can't see. But this other spray and pray site you made, for some reason, Google wants to rank that all day long. Well, then pivot. Then you can pivot. But you can't pivot if you don't have the other site. If you can't build pages quickly and rank them quickly and index them quickly, if you can't iterate quickly, then you're hamstrung for SEO in many ways. Not the least of which in that, oh, well, they hate this site for some reason. I'll pivot. And now this is the PBN site. And now this is going to be the real site, or whatever it is. Or it could be pages. It could be silo pages or topical pages on your site. It's like, I want to rank this money page, but Google hates it for some reason. I don't know why. I'm following all the methods. I'm doing all the stuff. I'll fully admit, even in undergrad SEO University, even using our powerful keyword spy tool, some pages Google just hates. And we know pretty much all the algorithms. We've tested all of them. It doesn't mean we can recreate what our competitors have done necessarily. Some competitors have been doing this for 20 years, and everybody and their dog literally knows who they are and talks about them in various ways. It's going to be really hard to beat those signals. And for some reason, we decided to try to compete with them. So I don't know why we decided to do that, but go work with me on the example. So then we'll be like, okay, well, never mind. Google likes these topical cluster pages I built out for some reason. Maybe I just happened to nail the helpful answer. I happen to nail the sheet. Now, what's the sheet? Sheet is semantics, helpfulness, experience, expertise, authority, trust, and timeliness. I got the right magic of the on-page formula on some of these topical cluster pages. So then they suddenly pivot to being money pages. At the end of the day, we're just trying to rank pages. It's all just pages that we're going to rank, that we're going to monetize somehow in various ways. Up the chain, down the chain, retargeting, not retargeting. It doesn't really matter. We're going to monetize them somehow, even just building up sites and selling them. That's a whole nother option. You can just use Keyword Spy, build up sites all day long on some easy niches, sell them, build it up in a few months, sell it for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, rinse, repeat. There's always people to buy sites. There's so many ways to make money if you have an auto page option. And just the way Google's been going, they hate auto pages, obviously. They hate auto pages because it's the very definition of spam. Now, there's no reason why, you're making automated content, which is typically low quality. It skews automated and it skews low quality. It doesn't have to be, though. You can use Keyword Spy to make sure that you're maximally helpful. It's a great article. It's very useful to the user. So it doesn't have to be low quality content. It only generally ends up being low quality content because SEOs have no idea what they're talking about. They're not subject matter experts. And in the past, we didn't have to care if it was actually a useful article, although you should have. Now it's not just the domain of whiteout SEO. Now, because we're using Keyword Spy's advanced AI, it knows the article as well as the best expert online, and it'll express that in the article and make a very interesting, kitschy article. In fact, I just engineered some changes to our article writing process, where the articles are going to be even higher quality and even more useful and even better writing and all that kind of thing. And you can use that on the spray and pray. So you can build these things out, and you might be surprised. You might be like, oh, I was trying to rank this side of these pages, and Google hates them for some reason. But then all of a sudden, they like these other pages of the PBNs. We just pivot. Fine. Either sell the site, pivot, sell links off them, whatever you want to do. The world is, once you have all these pages ranking, the world is your oyster. And you can start doing really interesting SEO things that all builds and compiles. But it's a race. You need to go fast. You need to be able to build sites fast and build pages fast, using the right tactics and the right software tools and the least amount of money. So that's the name of the game. So Greg, Errol, did I forget anything there? Is there anything else you guys wanted to add?
Oh, you say it all. It's totally clear. But I cannot try this this article without editing. That's a good idea. Put 10 in and let's see, because it goes so fast. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's at least the first step to appeasing your methods and how you're doing things, Errol. We definitely, as Josh said before, we want to automate it even more, but we're taking baby steps, and we're working at this, trying to engineer it in a smart way and not just rush and push things out where it hurts our users. We want to make things actually help, and sometimes it takes longer to engineer and get these things done, but we'll do them right. We'll do them right first, and they'll last. Just like the guy who just built my patio around my pool. He's like, do it this way, gravel, process, compact, more sand, compact, then put it down. You have a nice base, and you'll have this for 20 years. So it's the right philosophy, and that's the way we're building Keyword Spy. So I love that you are using it a lot, Errol, and seeing results. And love to hear your feedback next week when we deploy this on how this auto-generated article works for you. Yeah. And maybe we'll even increase that from 10 to a higher number, because we are making upgrades on our back-end servers and serial processing and things. So we maybe even be able to up that to say 20. So we'll see.
Well, then a WordPress plugin will work, if you have 20, because then it goes automatically in it. You don't have to do copy paste. So then a plugin is the solution, I guess.
I think we'll go that route. I've been exploring some ideas with that. I think that is probably the way we're going to go. I think most users will agree. WordPress is most commonly used CMS. So I think it's
okay. Well, it was nice to meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys, very much. Now let's see here what questions we have to answer. If anyone has asked, no one's asked any questions. Everyone is all good with what we did. All right, fantastic. Okay. Well, guys, in the last couple of minutes there, if you have any final questions that you want to ask, please, by all means, go ahead and ask them. And I will keep it looking. I'll check that in a couple seconds. So that's pretty much everything we want to talk about today. There's lots of ways of making money with SEO. And Google is indeed trying to limit SEO. Google is trying to reduce it. Google hates auto pages and has taken many steps to making it difficult to index them. But if you're making high quality content, it's still possible to do this kind of, if you're doing it intelligently on the right keywords with the right content, it's still possible to do auto pages. It's still possible to do these kinds of, and when I say auto pages, I mean all those kinds of opportunities. It's still possible to do auto pages if you do it right. So as I mentioned before, if you want to learn the information that goes behind all these strategies, some of the stuff we mentioned, reference rank, entity vector, knowledge graph, stuff like that, email me at joshpaczynski@gmail.com and with secret sauce, put secret sauce in the subject line, and I'll get you the secret sauce in Underground SEO University. If you want to try Keyword Spy for free, by all means, you can do both, by the way. Try Keyword Spy for free on trykeywordspy.com. Try free for 2 weeks. No credit card needed. Greg's stuff's going off. Let me just check to see if there's any questions here, guys. All right, thanks very much, everyone, for watching. I guess there's no questions, so there's no reason to belabor the point and keep going. So we'll start the weekend early. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the SEO Plus AI show. Thanks to Errol and Greg for you guys doing your demonstrations. And Errol, you can finally go sleep because I know it's late for you in Thailand.
Yeah.
You can finally you can get some, no problem. You can finally get some rest. And thanks very much, guys, for listening and watching. And we'll see you all next time.
Thanks, Errol.